But you'll find one of the posts up there, up high, if the sun hits it, you might see it. So, but yeah, we're out the.
Well, now how far are you going?
3,166 miles.
Are you out of your mind?
Yeah.
You don't have to, but it helps.
It helps. Yeah. No, I raised eight kids. So my youngest 21, my oldest is
there he is.
36. So yeah, we call him Beaver Butt. Turn around. Yeah, he's good. He's good. This is his nephew. And then, like I said, 20 years, it's just crazy because we didn't even know he was coming. Actually, before 6 months ago, I didn't know he was coming.
Yeah.
I just knew I was going to go and, kind of celebrate my dad's life and then try to leave a trail for my kids and grandkids. So why did very crazy old man think this stuff was important? Because when you're hitting up walls like I did, I realized my mom knew what she was talking about. And my dad beat it into me. So, it just never left. And so we went back and now we're just out meeting really cool people. And this crazy thing here, this is...
Say hi, everybody.
I got family, people, these are people back home, right?
Yeah, we got people on here. You can do a live TV broadcast right here. So our friends and family are watching us, and they're saying hi to you guys right now.
So, Red, I told him all the answers to the world exist right here.
Yeah?
The first answer is, how do we get up that hill?
Pedal. Like heck.
Like hell, right? But with hello, right?
Yeah, right.
Well, the O and hello.
Yeah.
Not the hell and hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the first thing. The next thing is, I asked them, what are we going to do with this government? They said,
Oh, I want to hear this.
I said shoot them all.
shoot them all.
That's one way to
The
do it.
lawyers hang them all. I think that's what they said.
Yeah.
The politicians shoot them. So I'm not sure which one's a more efficient way to get the job done. But,
So something else while you're going up the hill, on the downhill lanes, there's a white elephant painted on the
I saw that. I figured that was a Hindu or something.
Well, it's presumably there was an elephant in a circus back, like 100
Yeah.
years ago, and the elephant died there. So he put
Really? That's incredible.
The story. I don't know if it's true or not, but it's a story.
That is a cool story. Hey, tell them about this. He told us about Doc Holliday's wife is in Prescott.
Big nose, Kate Nelligan.
Oh, yeah?
But she's not buried under Nelligan's name. It's her other name.
Is there like a plaque up there?
There's a listing of everybody that's in the cemetery.
I'll just give you a hug. Oh, thank you.
You'll need it.
Should I die along the way? Happy day. Yeah. Well, anybody here fly airplanes? There's one gauge in there that's more important than all of them. And it's the same gauge in our lives. And it's called an attitude indicator.
Yep.
Which is interesting because today the scripture says, let me be weighed in an even balance that God may know my integrity. And really, I just hate to call it God. I just like my dad. Okay, if I got somebody who cares about me, hey, okay, Dad, what do you want me to do? Well, weigh those things even. So let me be weighed in an even balance. The post we write today is for we write today for living your life with an even balance. And in an airplane, that even balance is the single most important. It's all these gauges, right? But there's one. It's called the attitude indicator. That's amazing.
Sorry.
If you don't have
No, you're
good
fine.
attitude, you're in
Just
trouble.
leaning
So
up
if you're in
against the
trouble
wall.
in an airplane, 3 plane crashes, and if you
Isn't it altitude?
yes, altitude's important, but not before. If you can be upside down. Yeah, attitude is the even balance, right? And that's
Are
called
you on
think
channel
right.
13?
Yeah.
Then we want to do
Press the
right.
button.
The airspeed indicator, there's this thing called V-speeds. And those V-speeds stand for velocity.
No, you press the
If you
call
go
button
too
with
slow,
the
you
green
die.
line. That's when
If you go too
when you
fast,
lean
you
against
die.
the wall.
Everywhere
Or
we
you
see
probably did
our
on purpose.
V-speed.
Like,
VA is movement speed. And in our lives, that's actually our health, right? Values. What do we value? And if you don't know where those speeds are, then you don't know what to do. So first, think right, get wings level. Second is be healthy. And then the third thing is your altimeter, which is your perspective, right? Altitude. And the higher higher up you are, the more you can see. So get them out of order.
Modify that, and I haven't done that yet.
That's right. So if you think about that, this is a Matthew 6:33 comment. Seek ye first the kingdom of God, which is think right, and all his righteousness, and all these things will be added unto you. What things? Your health, your wealth, length of days, your riches and honor. You're doing right, you're giving and receiving right. Think right, do right, give and receive right. And that's at the end of the day, that's what this whole right is about. I want the kids to understand there's a dashboard, right? To think right, then get healthy. And it's not easy because, you know, I like to tell people it's like the grocery store. It's like you walk in there and it's like
Is
a
that
immortal,
white truck
right?
that's
And
is it for sale over there?
who's
Is
the
that
guy
your
that's the
sister?
mortician? He makes that person look beautiful. It's like, oh, they really look good. But you know they're dead. There's no light in there. But they look good. They look everything.
And I saw
Well,
it.
food is the
He was
same
coming
way.
towards
They
me.
make it look
I
good.
was almost there.
And they inject it, put all this stuff in it until that food is just like, I'm ready to eat. And if you don't eat live foods, then your body doesn't react well. It's amazing. It's a Daniel chapter 1 where the pulse and water. But the grocery stores are simply where the morticians hang out. Yeah, come in, buy some foods. There you go. But boy, if you can grow your own in your own gardens, like Daniel and the boys did, Shadrach, Meshach, and that other Yehud, Abednego.
Like jelly beans too.
And you know, that saved my life. So just yeah. Yeah. Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah before they changed their names. Right? And then Belshazzar, Daniel. And you know, the thing I love about that, our calorie count, Brad, we're 316. Any number 1, 3, and 6 is 316 is life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness, which is John 3:16. This is 1 Corinthians 3. If you help, this is 1 Corinthians 3:16. Know ye not you're the temple of God, and the Spirit of God dwelleth within you? Take care of your body. This is James 3:16. See if you recognize this one. This as well. For where envy and strife is, there's confusion and every evil work. But the wisdom that's from above is first pure, then peaceful, easy to be entreated, gentle, full of mercy and good fruits, without partiality and without hypocrisy. For the fruit of the righteousness is sown in peace.
If I don't need it, I
Does that
walk
sound
by
like,
quickly.
boy, that nails well, doesn't it? Most people get it mixed up.
Right behind him.
But the peace from above, and then, so that's James 3:16, and this one's Proverbs 3:16. And it starts at 3:13. It says, "Happy is the man that findeth wisdom, and giveth understanding. For the merchandise is better than the merchandise of fine silver and fine gold." And she is more precious than rubies. By the way, I'll say that for the women, because only 6 times it mentions rubies, and it's only 2 things more precious than rubies: women, a good woman, and wisdom. So be careful who you marry, right? And you know, right after that, Proverbs 3:16. For length of days is in her right hand, in her left hand riches and honor. Think right, do right, give and receive right.
You can piggyback on that ruby thing. That is, I discovered some years back that rubies actually are more valuable than diamonds.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if you do a little research on it, you'll find out that rubies actually are more valuable.
You know, Brad is a master geologist, and he worked for all the big companies.
What's that?
Was that right?
They're more rare.
Rubies are more,
They're more rare.
yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know
Harder
that.
to find.
Yeah.
Which puts women on even higher level. When you think about it
Well,
that way.
I can tell you my life is meaningless without my girl. I don't care about any of it. Whatever she says, let's go do that. So, no, that's a really important point. It really, the connection is in our partnership with the way Christ thinks. That's where our happiness lies. And that's a very interesting catch. There's one other thing. You know how this is in it's in the Old Testament. We're talking about Satan when he's going up and down. He's going up and down in the heavens. And he's talking about how he's arrayed. And he lays out every stone on his breastplate, but he leaves one off. And That's
Where's this
the
conversation
ruby.
going?
But
Goes
on
on,
the breastplate of
Facebook.
Aaron, that ruby said. I thought that was interesting that that's the only stone that was left, because it kind of represents your heart, right? Yeah, there's all these
I
little.
remember reading that sometime, but I not that.
Yeah, I was studying the breastplate mostly because the emerald was after Reuben, and his name means all the strengths of the father. Which is pretty cool. In other words, think right. And the diamond was given to Gad, which means we'll have great fortune. And the sapphire was given to Simeon, which means, and this is really cool, the father has her. And in the center, and I put those on the sword of truth. So over here was Reuben, the emerald. Here was the diamond, and here was the sapphire. And I put the ruby red heart right there. And that was Joseph, who he took for the multiply. And it was just interesting how all those laid out, because that emerald could have been. The only reason I picked emerald is before I knew English.
Oh, my. Yeah, you better get going. We sure appreciate meeting you.
I think I'd haul that bike up the hill.
Keep swinging out there. You sure you don't want to lend me that hat? It might keep more sun off.
No, you don't need This is a 10 to 11 group for the most part. So
Oh, yeah.
you got here right as we were at the end.
All right, well, it was great to meet y'all.
Yeah. And
Ride careful.
where are you going to end up?
Today or at the end of it?
Oh, at the end.
At Fort McHenry, Maryland.
Oh, okay.
Star Spangled Banner was written there.
Is that,
I don't think we'll be in.
are you connected anyway with the Ram race?
No. No.
You know what I'm talking about?
I don't. What is that?
Okay. There's a race across America. It's in June.
You're not out taking
It comes through Congress here. They have a time stop right up the street.
Oh,
here.
wow. And they go right up this mountain, too.
Yeah, and they go from someplace in California to the East Coast.
Okay.
And the teams do it in like 3 days, 4 days.
It's incredible.
Single people do it like in 5 or 6 days.
Wow.
It's pretty incredible.
That is
But there's
intense.
several hundred of them that come through here during the summer.
He says that there's a race across America that comes through here in June. And these guys do it in like 5 days.
Look at
5 days.
it's RAAM. RAAM. Look it up on your internet. You can find
Yeah.
it.
Okay,
I'll do that.
Where are they going?
They go from California to, it seems like Virginia, maybe. I'm not sure. East Coast anyway.
That's incredible. I barely make 30 miles. Barely.
The Princess, oh shoot, the lady that married one of the princes, Kate Middleton.
Yeah.
Yeah, her sister and brother were on the team 2 years ago that came through here.
Oh, yeah?
And they were sleeping at the time they came through town. They had a motorhome, they carried the teams in motorhomes.
Yeah.
And then they switch off every so often. And so when they stopped up here, I guess they were both in the motorhome sleeping, but so we didn't get to see them. I came up just to see them. I wanted to see who they were.
Yeah.
What's your name?
I'm Tim.
Tim what?
Tim Johnson.
Tim
Or
Johnson.
hey you, or
Hey, you, whatever.
whatever.
Yeah.
Just
You
not
were-
late for something.
Yeah, where did you come from? If you're not from
Kansas City.
Kansas City.
Guess what?
You from Kansas City?
I was a boxer in Kansas City for 56 boxing matches, but I lived on a farm just north of there in Gallatin.
Okay.
Yeah, I raised in
I think
farm.
I'd haul that.
See you later.
What's that?
I think I'd haul the bike up to them.
Wait till the boys aren't watching me. You come get me, would you? Oh, okay, thank you.
Yeah, well,
So Kansas City, where in Kansas City? Anywhere like Liberty?
Kansas City, Kansas, Turner,
Okay.
where I went to high school. I used to work with a wrestler called the Flying Viking.
That sounds familiar to me.
Yeah, he had a youth ministry in just right downtown Kansas City, Kansas.
Yeah. Well, I was place. You ever heard of Gallatin? You know where Cameron is?
I know where Cameron is.
Yeah, it's like 18 miles.
There used to be a lot of people around St. Joe.
Yeah, St. Joe.
Involved in St.
I went to St. Joe where my dad had a worked for Coronation down there, and we ran hogs and soybean, and we got feed from Coronation every day. So every day after school, boom, I had to go get 8 ton of, a gravity flow wagon. I must have almost killed, I don't know how many people that thing doing this number.
Yeah.
But yeah, and Kansas City's beautiful too. I hated to leave, but when I did, just had to go out there and find my way.
I'll tell you what, I almost hate to cut this short, but I've got to go teach school in a little bit, so
All right.
go get
That's
my
awesome.
stuff ready.
What are you teaching?
I teach music at Christian school down here.
That's awesome.
I've been retired for 10 years, just 3-4 hours a week. So all I do now.
Oh, that's great.
You got to take advantage of that gray hair man and teach them kids. That's what we're trying to do. That's fun. We have to leave him in your school here for about.
I'm actually 92 years old. I don't look it. Kids keep me young, So.
I'm thinking I'm 30 now.
But you guys have a good time.
All right, man. Thank you, Tim. I appreciate it.
Nice to meet you, Tim.
Very inventive little approach you had.
You you got one shot at making a small difference. So pick up a little
Thank
trash
you.
along the way and share a message.
This whole group goes to church. I don't think there's more than 3 or 4 of us that are actually have accepted the Lord.
Yeah.
Everybody goes to church.
Well, it's one of those deals where, when he talks about dividing, let me tell you, the focus starts shaking the second you share. But it's okay, because for me, it took me a long time. But I like to say, Jesus wanted. We call him Bob for a joke because Jesus pisses people off. So call him Bob. He's a really smart guy. He's the and the other guy we call Rob because he robs your life of everything. So Bob, he's a really smart guy. Get a good checklist, and really you can scientifically test it. Hope is a repeatable process. Everybody in our lives had hope, so learn how it really works. And I love the gospel, but we were all raised Mormon, but I kind of walked away from that 10, 12 years ago, not because they're Mormons, but I realized there's 38,000 Christian religions, and they all break the first rule. We're number one. It's stop that. Just listen to what he's saying, and then here's this. Listen to me now, and you'll hear him later. And that's how it works, right? Yep. Tim, get after it, man.
All right, Tim.
See you guys later.
Nice to meet you. All right, guys, we're gonna sign off here, but
Wait a second,
let
Brad.
me show you the road ahead.
Brad, one last thing.
Yeah.
We pulled in here, and the calories burned was 1,366. Now 3166 is our deal. 136, right? Daniel 1:3-6.
Yeah.
316.
On the balance.
1,366
Right in for
on the
balance.
balance day. That's crazy.
It's all there. So we stopped here because we're just resting our butts and our legs to get ready to go up that. So you can see the road kind of winding its way up the side of the hill there. So it's about just over 1,000-foot climb in 6 miles. So it might take us a couple hours to do it, but we'll get her done. See you on the other side. Thanks for joining in.